Country Blitz here on this Sunday night. Right, I thought I'd do a stream driving around Brazil or South America, whichever way you want to call it. Base game and just the one mod here in my man truck. Now, as I said on previous streams, I was going to update my stuff to a Fanatec wheel. Well, I'm happy to say that my order is now in place, and due to it being a bank holiday here in the UK, nothing is going to start getting shipped till next week. So everything is now on order. I've gone with the bundle deal from Fanatec, which is the Club Sport 2.5 wheelbase with a Monza wheel, Xbox 360 style adapter for the indicators, and I've also had the F1 eSports wheel as well, pedals and a gear stick. I've not gone with the Fanatec Zone handbrake. I've actually gone for a third party one, which again, I ain't got many games that do handbrakes, so I don't see the point in paying for the handbrake. I've saved a little bit of money, not much, but everything little helps. When it comes to rigs, I've had the Next Level Racing stand, the GT stand. You got two coins. You've got the PlayStation 1, which again is a little bit dearer just to have the words PlayStation on your seat. Now, it wore the original one I was going to go for, so I found that by choice. I don't even know it existed, so I'm glad I went for it. Again, I have had to purchase extra where the one I wanted had got a wheel stand, a TV stand. This one hadn't got one, so I had to pay extra. But by the time I bought the wheel stand, TV stand, what am I calling it wheel stand for? Once I'd bought the television stand, it was roughly about the same price as what I was going to pay for the other one. Again, a few little added features. I've actually got some, what they call it, yep, you tell me, seat belts thrown in with the same price, so that's a bonus. Again, the other one hadn't got no seat belts with a price, so again, that's less things to buy. There's some good reviews on the wheel stand from Next Level Racing, so I'm pleased to get that. And a good thing about it is that they've got that motion version 3 out. Again, it is £2,020 or £2,200, but later on in life, you never know, I can upgrade it and have a motion rig, which how bad thing is it really? So again, I'll be rocking that on a 50-inch TV, and like I say, everything's coming Wednesday, or start being shipped out as from Wednesday, so that's the only ball breaker. So it'll give me a couple of days to change my room round, so I can turn the PC, what I'm on now, back into a PC rather than a gaming PC, and I can sit back and enjoy playing games in a proper seating position. Now, as well, I've bought a Setta Corsa Competizione. Now, I will be doing quite a lot of streams on that once I've got all my other rigs set up. I was going to do a few streams of it today, but again, I may as well start afresh when I've got all the stuff set up. I'll do a career mode. I know there's one or two people that say, oh, we tell you this and it that, but again, it's what we pay for. If you want to just do GT Star 3 cars, then that's the game for yourselves. Now, as you know, I've got a Logitech G920. It ain't the best in the world, but it's got me hooked on playing games and sims. Now, I've also got F1 2018 and 2019. So again, with that F1 style esports wheel, I should be doing a few more streams than I do now. I might even restart my career in F1. Again, playing them with a round wheel ain't the same as playing them with a proper shape wheel. Well, that's how I feel anyway. I don't know until I get it. Again, having a better wheel set up with the Fanatec. I mean, I've watched up-team reviews on the Fanatec gear and everybody seems happy with it. Again, I don't think I'm that much to go and buy the direct drive one, not yet. Again, see how I get on with this one. It's got to be better. Well, it's going to definitely be better than the Logitech. I've watched many a good e-racers or sim racers that use Fanatec gear. Again, there's a few others that don't use Fanatec, but again, if you're making a living out of it or you're getting sponsored, then you know, I suppose you can have the best of the best, but this has definitely got to be better than what I'm using now. Again, playing Euro trucks, American trucks, you can still play these on the G920, but for my serious racing, Assetto Corsa, Project Cars 2, the two F1s, and once I get the delivery of my handbrake, I want to get me a rally one. So I know I've got some rally cars in Assetto Corsa, and I've also got some rally cars in Project Cars 2, but I want to get a game just dedicated to rally. And then I think I've got all the games that I will need to stream on a regular basis. The only thing I'm a little bit worried over now is the other PC that I'll be rocking the stuff on. The graphics card and the PC I built like this one I'm on now. So, but we just got to wait and see what happens when I get everything. So we will see, folks. But anyway, as I say, I'm in Brazil. These I think it's EBB map or EEB, something like that. I'm just doing these streams based on jobs around Brazil. Again, once I've got everything set up, I might try and attempt to get everything else back, as it looked like it was Natural Lux that was giving me the problem on this one, as I've tried to get Natural Lux just on its own working with my PC, and it's still, well, do it in the mods folder. I've put it in the right stacking order, and it's still, well, I've none of it. So you know, I'm pulling the strings basically. I ain't got a clue what's going wrong, where I'm going wrong, and why is it going wrong. So I've just got to go with what I got. And again, putting the Brazil map on, it's given me plenty new areas to discover. Again, it's like Russia, bumpy roads, you don't expect to be driving on the same surfaces. So it's better than just playing standard deliveries as well as the DLCs. I mean, I've got all the DLCs for Euro trucks, same with American trucks, so whatever SCS software bring out, I'll just purchase anyway, you know, because I'll say, like so many of us who enjoy this game religiously, I'm one of them as well. So I've been playing Assetto Corsa all day, and I just thought, right, it's time to load up a stream and start doing a bit of Euro for the end of the night. Now, I've got a few problems as well. I bought a DisplayPort to HDMI lead from Amazon. Please, folks, do not buy the cheap ones. Again, it's one of Amazon's finest basics, and I'm thinking, you know, yeah, okay, we'll give it a go. Both of them sending bad signals. It looked like my graphics card had gone when I'm getting all green lines up the screen. I just thought, well, I've got two DisplayPorts and one HDMI on my 1080 Ti card, and both the hours come on for a couple of seconds, and now I'm getting the signal, no signal from PC or whatever to the monitor. I have got 2 on order, but I thought Amazon would get the finger out and deliver them today. They did say on their website, yeah, you know, tomorrow's delivery, meaning today, but of course it ain't happened. So I'm coming tomorrow. I've ordered 2 just to be on the safe side if one goes down, because both monitors, a display ports on the back of the PC, on the back of the screens, them HDMI. I thought I would have been able to get like G-Sync apparently with, or FreeSync, because Mr. Turney, never mind. Nvidia says even though I got a G-Sync monitor, I can use N-Sync. Or oh, look at this, gone up the wrong way, me bad. That's not concentrating on what I was doing. Hopefully I can correct this. But they say what you normally do in Euro. Luckily there's a gap in the road and I can get back on track. Right, let's get back on here first. So as I was saying, but even after I did that, going from DisplayPort to an HDMI, still they work. So it's now good with that with my Nvidia card. They happen anyway. But as long as I can get it working and having 2 screens display, especially when you're streaming, you need another one. I've noticed, do apologise, the last couple of streams have cut short. That is something to do with Nvidia, with the GeForce experience in doing the encoding. I am actually doing the full streams and then all of a sudden it's just stopping. So what I'm going to do is do one job at a time. That way I know it should encode everything and do what it said or supposed to on the tin. And I thought I'd got no petrol then. Oh well. As one of the streams I did it over 3 hours, and I've looked on YouTube and it's only encoded 2 hours 11 minutes. So you know, it will actually show the end of the job I did, which is a pain in the arse. So, but without having another screen on to do and set up the stuff, there's a lot I can do. I can only use the encoder I've got. So hopefully it should stay on. I mean, the majority of the streams I've done, they've stayed what they am and everything's been good. But of late, again, it's the best of weather here in the UK. It's red hot tonight. I don't know how everybody else is feeling. I'm roasty. Feels like I'm getting cooked. I've just turned my fan off because it would pick up on the stream. It's a loud fan and it's by me. So I don't intend to do many streams tonight. I don't want to be overeating, which I don't think I should be anyway on the PC, but you never know. I don't tempt fate at the moment. Also as well, I've ordered a TrackIR 5 Pro for the new setup. Again, as I said in the videos before, I don't think that the Tobii eye tracking will do the job. So rather than mess about, I'd rather just go for it once and have everything all singing and dancing. I've even gone down to getting the track racing, next level racing mat as well. Like I said, the only thing I got, which should have been all singing, all dancing, is the handbrake from from Fanatec. But I've read the reviews on the one I've bought. Everybody's happy. It's just simple plug and play, no drivers. The only thing I'm a bit worried about is as it bolts in my system. But next level racing, not only do they give you the fixture to put a gear stick on, they also give you an extender, so it lets you mount both a gear stick and a handbrake all in one. So again, that's a bonus. You know, just these little add-ons help save you keep having to buy extra stuff for the stuff we need to set up a SimSex. Now what I will do once I've got everything here, I will do an unboxing video. I shall also do a build as I've noticed a lot of people do these build videos, but they don't actually show you, I think, how to fit the system onto a wheel stand, and that's what I was looking for. There's a lot of people out there that have built the wheel, the frames and everything. That's fine, no problem with that. But I would like to see how people put together their stuff. I.e., a lot of people are using Thrustmaster. I couldn't find nobody with the Logitech on, with the Fanatec wheel, putting it on one of the bases on this next level racing. So soon as there's nobody that's done one, I'm going to do that myself. Now I've got the facilities to go. GoPro camera. Well, it's like a GoPro camera. It's a GoPro, but it's the same style. Of course, I've got my Canons as well that shoot video. I'm sure I can find one. I've got 5 Canon bodies for different jobs when I'm out shooting photography, so I can really get some angles. And of course, I've now purchased another webcam, so if I could get it right with shooting with what I've got, then I'll want shooting myself. So like I say, I've had a lot of things come today. I'm using a new headset, but of course it come with a splitter where it's supposed to use the mic part ain't working, unless you plug it into a mic. But of course, to get at my PC case, it's underneath on a shelf, so I'd have to pull it all out just to do it. Might as well just leave it until I get the other PC, which is downstairs in my house, up here, once the room's all put right. I mean, that's tomorrow's job for me. It's supposed to be a bank holiday, a day of rest. Not for me tomorrow. I've got so much to do, it's unbelievable. And that's just to prepare the room. As my room ain't very big, it's long, but there's no width in the room. But I have got a cutout, and my plan is tomorrow is to turn the desk that I'm using now. Again, I know but nobody's ever seen my setup how it is, but I'm facing a wall. I need to turn my desk all the way around and face the other wall, which then will give me length the side of it, so I can put two systems. So the desk I'm on now will be at one wall, and behind the PC chair I'm sitting on now will hopefully be the next level racing seat. That way, bottom of my bedroom will just be all electrical, i.e. PC, sim racing setup, and the other end of my room will be my bed and a makeshift wardrobe and a few other things, and still give me enough room to manoeuvre around my bedroom without having to change my bedroom door to a sliding door. Otherwise that might be on the cards, so we'll have to see tomorrow, folks. But one way it's got to be done either way. I could have this sim thing set up downstairs. I've got a massive conservatory, but it means me being down there of a night where I've got all the comforts and everything laid out in the bedroom, and the internet's up here as well, so I don't think Wi-Fi would really do the job. Be streaming, I'd rather have hardwired. No stuttering and farting, as they say, when it comes to internet speeds. Again, I'm on a good internet connection, but Wi-Fi going to give you the maximum bandwidth and all that. So going back to the game, in this I've got a sort of like one that's going to help the graphics look a bit. It's done by Franklin. It's a lot less intensive as the Natural Lux one. Again, it ain't going to be looking like Natural Lux, nowhere near, but it's better than having nothing. It's supposed to affect the sky looks and everything, you know, and it's doing a good job. But the one thing about what's happening now is I ain't stuttering, I ain't farting, the streams don't keep going off, as I play this game as there was. I've had no crashes whatsoever in the game, which to me is a bonus. I hope if I could get the right gear, I might well be off. Nice to use a proper gear stick, one that'll be working. I'll have my reverse gear back. Again, I could have my reverse gear back in the old Logitech, but due to me stripping it all down again, I will strip this one down. But this is on what they call an apex frame anyway, and it folds up together just like what I would call an ironing board. So once everything's all set up, this is going away, and it's just be there for like a backup if anything should happen. Right, cool. Seeing that, I abuse this one. But it gives you a little bit more confidence when you know you've got something that is intended to have a bit of punishment. Where the Logitech, I've been playing the racing, as I said, the racing games today, and yet when them cogs start to like grind, you think, well, you know, I don't think I'm going to be lasting out very long doing that with a G920. Well, hopefully I should be improving with my racing. Are they saying it's going to make me a better racer? But it's going to give me more confidence to try and be better. Again, new area of the map I loaded. And it's funny now that everything's working right. The Tobii eye tracking bar, this is never worked so well. And he mentioned track IR and it wants to work. But I know there's no problem with that track IR. And I've also got a bit of help if I do get stuck setting it up, because my friend's got one as well. So I've always got him to point me in the right direction again. I am new when it comes to things like this. I can set them up. It's just like anything, just understanding what your settings. But according to this thing, straight out the bag, the interface is a lot better than Tobii eye tracking. I'm sorry to say, Tobii, but you've only got yourselves to blame in that department. If you could have updated your interface, it'd have been a lot better. So I intend for Euro trucks and American trucks to get a lot better with the head movement when I've got the new setup. I cannot wait. I'm like somebody whose birthday and Christmas has come all at once. I'm really looking forward to having it all singing and all dancing. And for stable, how stable the frame is, there's a video from Next Level Racing, and this guy at the end of the video, he stands on the pedals. Now that was a thing for me. I've noticed a lot of videos where people make these racing rigs and the pedal mounts moved. Now Next Level Racing have done by putting two bars, once you put your pedal tray on and everything, putting two bars and two nuts. So once you've got your pedals set up right, put your pedal tray on, put your pedals on, you then can put these two rods through the end at the bottom and make it more tighter. Now this guy does this when he's building it to show people how to put it together, and he stands on it and he's bouncing on it. Then he stands on where you'd put your wheelbase and he's bouncing on that. Now they say it is built direct, so you know, with old direct drive. And I ain't joking, I ain't seen nobody complain at all. There's a few people with one with a Fanatec 2.5 base on, and they don't get no movement, as in, so that's solid. So that's a bonus, because the one I was going to buy originally, the first one, people was complaining about the tray moving with their foot pedal. Now of course you ain't going to get much trouble with the Logitech G920 pedals, but you wouldn't, you know, they're going to be different with the different style pedals, and that was the reason why I did have the stand 3 or 4 weeks ago. Then I come in and seen this other one, and I thought I'll buy that one. So again, I looked up, do what I always do my research, found out that again that I got an issue with where a bar is situated. So your feet hit this bar before they hit the pedals. So again, that was a problem. So I thought, right, I'll go for the third option, which was their brand new one. All these couple of issues had been addressed, but what happened? Out of stock, and there was nothing to say when it was coming back in. So I thought, well, the longer I wait, the more chance I got of spending the money to buy it all. So I thought, sod it. And then by chance, I typed Sim Frames or Sim Racing Frames UK into Google, and a little picture come up with Next Level Racing. Again, click their website. What a site, fantastic site. There's a few things when it says select your country from where you can buy them. Here in this country, there's a few accessories that are available in certain places what you can buy them from. The only thing I couldn't find, especially for the GT stand, was a keyboard tray to put the keyboard on in your mouse. There was one for the GT Ultimate one, but of course the stand I brought, and it had a universal fit, so it wouldn't have fitted if I'd have bought it. I'd have been ending up wasting my money. So when I do get it set up, what I did on this Apex Frame by GT Amiga, I actually got two armrests which I bought originally for my old desk when I had a chair with not decent armrests on. So what I did, I bought a roll of Velcro, and I bought a small USB 2, not USB 2, a small wireless keyboard and mouse setup, cheap as chips off Amazon, and then I adapted that with a few little boxes from a vaping box to get the angle, and I made me, it looks like wings left and right. Because these arm things can turn all 360, so if I want to bring the keyboard close to me, especially when I'm playing Euro, we need it. I mean, I could go and fork out 50-60 quid and go and get me a button box. I don't see the point in spending money I don't need to do, so I shall show you that hack, and hopefully it should fit to the wheelbase top of the frame when it comes. Again, I'm saying all this is because I can't show you anything until the actual thing arrives and I've put it all together. So much to do, not enough time, as they say. Anyway, and I slowed down thinking that was a bloody road hump. How this game gets you. 1 minute them road humps, the next minute I'm just painted on. Again, great movement with the camera now, staying fairly straight as well. All the maps have loaded up in this map as well. I did load it up the very first time, and I'd got red mountains with the way it's text all the way through, which meant, you know, they hadn't writ right. And it'd be nice to say goodbye to that problem every time I have a vape. With me tracking bar decides to go on a wobble. It's funny, just a little bit of vape can block out a sensor, but a set of glasses don't do it. Something wrong there. Anyway, let's get this delivery done and dusted. I can go and check YouTube, see if that's encoding it right. I'll say, probably do a few jobs tonight. I might even have one go at a set of course Compiani or whatever it's called. I can never pronounce that as it is. I'll just call it the new version of Seta Corsa. I'm sure everybody knows what I meant. Ah dear. Anyway, slow down a little bit, Russie. It's a race. You can tell I've been playing that all day though. Here in the UK we moan about it when it's raining, we moan about when it's hot. This is the time I wish I lived in America when we got AC, air conditioning, because, ah dear. How can you sit in a chair and the sweat's just running down your face and you ain't doing anything physical, only moving a gear stick once in a while? It's amazing. Nice shiny roads normally mean there's a bumpy road due. Again, even down to the SRS shaker kit, that's got to be moved off this PC. So I was going to buy another one, but it's the thought of FedEx charging me X amount of pounds, and I ain't got the money. I don't see the sense in buying another one if I can save the £2,000 and go and get the actual V3 version of the thing that knocks you and rocks you about on this next level racing, because I really have set my heart on saving the money for that. Again, I know it sounds a lot of money just for what it's going to do, but it's going to be, it looks good on the videos. I've seen 5 or 6 videos and that of these people being shook about, and of course they've even got another add-on which moves you left and right, but just with that shaker kit, I say shaker kit, it ain't shaker kit, well it does shake you about. It looks really good, but as with anything, items come down in price at times because it's brand new, version 3. By the time I'll probably save up £2,000, there might be a version 4 out, and even with the version 3 as it stands at the moment would do me. And it showed some big guys on it, so you know, I'm big but not as big as they used to be, so it should be fine for me to sit on it. Ooh. That was a bit of a turn there then. I think I was going to make it. So tight. Come off indicator. But just the thought, I mean, with this SRS shaker kit, I get throwed about, well not throwed about, no movement, but just a sensation just with using this cushion. So I can just imagine what it's going to be like, especially in the racing games I've watched, where them getting, if they break it, the thing goes forward, you know, and now it jodders them about in their own chairs, which are fixed to the base anyway. I mean, that's a bonus straight out the bag. Being in the same racing position, just, you know, it's like I've said, every time I'll get in a good position, I'll go and make a drink, or I'll go to the toilet, or I'll get shaved, I'll come out the chair, and bang, I've lost that seating position. So to be able to sit in a chair sometime in the next 2 weeks and know when I come back to the game I'm going to be in that same seating position is going to be absolutely out of this world. And if it don't work, then it's only myself to blame, nothing else. And if I knew that this would have been as good as it was, I'd have done this last Christmas just gone. But I don't think I'd get into playing these games and enjoying them as much as I do. I mean, I love a challenge, and that's what these racing games give you. I mean, all day today, my racing has been terrible. Not to the point where it's been terrible, it's just struggle with the racing lines at times. Again, I could leave racing lines on with these games, but I don't intend to just sit there following a line. That to me, and it ain't cheating, but you ain't going to improve, am you? Because you know you can just follow that line and you're always going to be perfect. Where if I can learn it myself without the line, then I'm only going to get better, because I know if I turn and I get it too fast, or I don't turn right, I think, right, next time I come around this section of the track, I'll try something different until I've mastered it. And once I have, then, you know, so that's what I'm trying to learn at the moment. So I'll pre-warn you guys and girls, you know, bear with me. I am giving it my best, and I'm sure that's all you can do at times, is give it your best, because if you go get your best, then take with trying. Again, I tried to get a better Fanatec F1 wheel, but everything I seem to do, I'm out of stock. And I was looking at this F1 eSports one, and kids was playing it and loving it, so I thought, well, if it's good enough for them, it was like a big competition, and there was all the same kind of rig. I think it's the CSL rig they was using, but the wheel was the one I've purchased. So I thought, well, it could be that bad of a wheel. Okay, they probably got all the bells and whistles on to program the buttons, but it's got enough on there. I think it's got 11 buttons, so many sliders, little move about on wheels on the both sides of the wheel. So I think that's ample for me. But again, we've got to wait until it comes. That's anything when you purchase things online. You've got to wait for them to be delivered, and that in sometimes that's a little bit hard. But hey. And of course, it coming from Germany as well. I've got to wait for it to be delivered. Where's he going in this way again? Come on, mate. I've got a double trailer on here. And me and double trailers ain't normally that good. Come on then. Got to watch out for them signs, because I normally hit them. Trust him to go as slow as he can go. Come on, mate, put your foot down. It's a 50-mile road, and I ain't been doing 20 mile or 30 mile an hour. What you doing? Sunday drivers is over nearly. I turn my lights off now. I can't believe this in front. And I could overtake him apparently in the game, so I couldn't. I'm trying to stick to the rules, guys. I don't want to be if he says, oh, I could overtake, I could overtake. But he's being a bit of a joke here. He's taking the Michael. Sorry for anybody who's called Michael. Come on. What are you waiting for? You ain't that much of an heavy load, surely to God. It started to increase now. Put his foot down. About bloody time. I was impatient. I was going to give him a toot on the horn. And back up to a decent speed. Not too fast, but enough for me to go. Oh, that rumble. I just hope everything goes smooth, transferred in all the other stuff over. Even bought brand new USB 3 hubs and that. And even with these new headphones I've bought, and a decent sound. It's a combo set of a mouse, which has got colour on. A fantastic little keyboard. Well, a little. I've actually purchased a keyboard that has now got the number pad on, so again I'll be able to do the old Euro and American trucks fly out, where I've seen everybody fly around the world or the map with their keys. So that's another thing of I on about, like, transporting or teleporting to other places. I just wanted to fly around the map. If I make any like promotion videos, or as I said, doing photography and everything it leads to doing video work, and sometimes in this game I'd love to get like the angles that people I see get where them driving down roads, as I want to make a new intro for the start of my YouTube channel with the gameplay I play. So especially with the Euro and American, gives me the opportunity to be flying out, and of course with the racing games, the replays on them, I don't know how you guys feel, but if you've got the games and you watch the replays, if you watch them on a big display or a big size telly, it feels like you're watching it for real on a real on a real race, if you've done the racing good enough, that is. So I often sit back, watch and think, well, I could have done that better, you know, and it helps me to improve the next time I play the game and stream it, sort of thing. I even watch these back as well. Again, these ain't stressful games, these are my pleasure, delivering different goods. And again, when you've got different new maps, it's just a pity that all the other stuff they work on here, but I have got them all to transfer over to the other PC, so hopefully, and the other PC's got a bigger hard drive as well. They got the M.2 drives that these games are on, but it has got that, the other PC's got, I think it's 2 terabyte C drive, and I think I've got a couple of terabytes as a backup drive as well for the actual installation of the games, so it should be ample enough. Just hoping everything works as it should do. I think the only thing I need to purchase is a CPU fan, because PC welder for a Mickey Mouse one that probably cost about £2. It's appalling when I've took that PC apart to oh jeez, what happened there? That were good. I ain't gonna get through here, go without crashing again. Jeez, that was just whoops a daisy. That really went to crashing again. Lack of concentration, even in Euro. Let's have a look how long we've got left to drive. Now come on, Tobii bot, don't get it up. That were good. Just shows with the physics in this now. Go a little bit fast or something and everything goes pear shape, just like that. Right, so that's 2 things that have gone wrong. One, I took the wrong turn and went down the road the wrong way, and then this one I nearly tipped it. Not good. Again, some of these maps now, the newer maps I've put in, especially this one, their turns are a lot tighter than the original gameplay maps. And I got this physics turned up to like where it's going to be really hard to drive, because I can't drive. Well, I can drive it, just means driving less than 50 miles an hour, because on the bends you do rattle and roll, and you will tip it, as I did for just to see how well the physics do work in the game now, rather than putting physics mod on, and believe me, they work well, real well. Too well for my liking. Right, them stop signs. Oh, I thought they was traffic signals. They're actually cameras. It's worth slowing down now to make sure. These are traffic lights though, are they? Unless them all stop for some reason. Yeah, they are. It's like everything, just got to get used to all that as well. Plug in programming Fanatec wheels. Again, you don't get the G920. You just plug it in, do their drivers, and away you go. Again, Fanatec have done their own work, and they've got all the videos to how you set the stuff up, so I think I should have no problems with that. I'm hoping. You never know. I don't know why he stopped there like he has done, as if there's a couple of imaginary cars stuck in him. Everybody's reversing for some reason. Right, come on then. I have no idea what these cars in front are doing. I'm reversing for no reason. I'm glad they are behind that yellow car. That's all I can say. As I think he would be trying to hit into me now. It ain't no better being stuck behind a bus. Right, easy coming up on the side of me. What's he indicating to get over? Yep. Fuck, can't take much of this warmth. Ah, that's why. We got roadworks. I should try my utmost best now to get to the destination without doing any more severe damage than I've already achieved. I think it's my day for wrecking everything today. Only on PC games, that is. Ooh, buzz, what you do, what you're doing. Again, a great deal to see here. Until we get into the turns. I don't know why I'm doing 25 mile an hour. I know we've got to do 25, but I don't know why through this little stretch. Seems quiet enough a road. Always have trouble getting third and second gear with this bloody joystick, gear stick for some reason. So I don't look down to see what gear I'm in. But sometimes you can catch it when you'll go from third straight into sixth. Again, you can do that sometimes if you've got enough revs on and it don't drop you down too much. And then other times, when you don't need it, it does the opposite. I don't realise just how much of an incline I'm going up on these. So this is, before I put it into third, I was struggling to get up this hill. It really was. Oh, that's a fairly steep bend according to that sign. And my back wheels must be on the edge of the road, so I feel the cushion vibrating. I'm just going to slow down because, again, like I said, I've got two trailers on. There's definitely a chance of tipping it here if I don't slow down. It's a 40. Now I'm going downhill now, the opposite, so I don't want to be turning around this corner and the next minute I'm in the road. Again, I must admit I'm missing natural looks because it just looks cartoony kind of graphics now rather than nice crisp. It always seems hazy, box standard, even with this little bit of a mod effect. It don't look nowhere near as good as natural looks do. I don't know why my good friend can run his on a not much less powerful PC. There ain't much difference between mine and his. But he has no issues at all, no stuttering, no crashing of the game unless he moves a mod in a different specific order. Or I've followed his way, get it to work, but of course 3/4 of the way through me streaming it was crashing on me, so I just don't know why. And I don't put a great deal on this PC because I got a big enough C drive. So, and again, I'm on fast drives as well, M.2 drives. They aren't just basic standard hard drives. Still cool, get it to work right. So, I don't know. It's always the thing, eh? When you get something that looks good, you get used to it, and then you've got to go back to how it was originally. Just a little bit hard to do once you've had the good things, eh? And if anybody has played it with natural looks, they know exactly where I'm coming from, because it really does make this game shine. And then there's all different shades in the sky. The skies look real. All the greenery looks real. Again, there is a fix to make the road stop being shiny and gritty at some parts when they use that certain texture. That's another thing. I just hope I don't find no bumps coming down this road, because I'm going a little bit, although 3 miles an hour over the speed limit, and the road I was coasting then. Let's just slow down for this bit of a bend. I don't trust it at the moment with these 2 trailers on. I'm alright for diesel, I think. Yep. I don't need to do a garage stop. I'm only 7 hours away from the destination and counting. I think I will do Assessa Corsa Competizione or something like that. I'll get me tongue around that. ACC. That's it. I think the game is a lot better than the original Corsa. Graphics wise, it looks a little bit to me like Project Cars 2 looks, yeah. You know, polished up. I mean, Assetto Corsa normally just they got that graphic-y super look like Project Cars 2 has, but the new one does. It don't race as good as Project Cars. Project Cars, to me, it's a little bit easier to control the cars, and you can have a few mishaps. But on these Assetto Corsa games, you have to race properly. It's a little bit giving, Project Cars. Taking nothing away from it though, I really do enjoy it. I've had many a good hour on it, and I hope to get like even better with the Fanatec setup. Again, I might in the future buy me a GT wheel. Fanatec do the one. So I can have a wheel for F1, a wheel as a general wheel for most things, which is going to be this. I could see a wheel for a wagon or a truck wheel. I have seen that one, but I don't, you can adapt it and stick it on, it might be the one. Again, I don't know what you do to put a wheel on. I think you put it onto that wheelbase that comes, as I've seen a few videos, so I'm assuming that's how you connect just the rim. You connect it to that hub and away you go, and you've got your other wheel. And I would like to use a bigger wheel for trucking. But again, if I can truck with my little Logitech, then I'm sure the Fanatec wheel that comes with the bundle is ample. I know it's a bigger wheel, it's as small as this one, but I don't know if it's a complete round wheel. I think it's, I don't know, it's hard to tell from the actual display pictures. It's like anything, until you've got it in your hands, then you think, right, that'll do the job, that's for this. It's hard to see on display pictures. They have put some good photos on, I must admit, but Again, it ain't like holding it. And I think it's Sim Racer Girl actually uses one on one of her videos for Fanatec, so if it's good enough for somebody like her, it's good enough for me. Again, if I'd have had where it would have been like, oh, I really want this, I would have probably gone for the D1 or the D2. But I thought, you know, if this phase ends where I ain't into it, I ain't spent £1,500 just on a wheelbase. Yeah, it's bad enough spending 1,000, I think it's 1,700 and some odd buying what I bought now. And then I think it was £800 for the stand, with the TV stand as well. So, and another 340 quid for the TV. Luckily, I've got another PC to run it all on, hopefully. Again, it might not be running all these games on ultra high due to the 1070 graphics card, but as long as I can run them, that'll be good enough for me. That's a bit of a steep hill. That's nice coming down it. These thingy. Now, is that building pink or is that another one that's gone horribly wrong and says texture? We'll have to see. It's hard to tell when you. No, I think that's, is there genuine colour in that building? And I know where it's saying texture all the way through it. No, it is a pinky coloured building, or purple. Discovering a few more cities as we go. That map I aligned. That was slightly off then. Felt like I was drunk. And the lines don't match. Again, it's better than having now new areas to drive around. That's the trouble when you start modding and getting new map areas. But again, I've got enough areas to concentrate on as it is. But I got fed up just driving up and down the same old roads with just the DLCs I'd got on. So I thought I've got to get one area, one of these maps to work, where I can open up a few new places to deliver stuff to. And as my friend says, this whatever map it's called is bigger than the whole Euro map as it is, so that's good enough for me. It's Brazil map. I'm still 6 hours away from delivery drop off, and of course opening. Now if they should have had all the maps in now, I'd have been stutting and farting about and glitching. There's none of that now. All I gotta do is just drive properly without crashing or trying to tip the wagon. Right, we're mirroring off. So is this the right turn? Yep. Slow right down for this. Seems to already longy trailer. I can't believe I've took 2 trailer jobs up. I don't normally do this at all. Bad enough driving with one, without being a bit brave and putting 2 on. Come on car, get out of my way. I hope I'm going to cut that lorry or buzz up. All new islands. It's a good thing when you put different maps on how they actually design the roads different. There's a load of different ways you turn and twist and that. Where in the box standard normal, it's just one straight round with a few little islands floating. Right. Them roads are really bendy. I keep right. I think that makes sure I'm gonna slow down in this. The roads are sending me down at the moment. What time is it in in the daytime. It's 9 PM. Night time's falling in again. I'll put my lights on.
Keep right, and then exit right.
So it's right and exit right. So when we're going up here, it's the one.
Right.
It sure is. Where this one's taking me to now. Saying the business. I've got to wait and see. Oh, it's one of my favourite turns. Not.
Turn left.
Oh, keen on these. That wasn't as bad as I thought it to be. No, I'm still struggling with the weight of the truck to pull. I suppose that's only using my little 6-speeder. When I've been normally in a 12-speed or a 16-speed vehicle. I think the man speed can go up to 16 gears. That can pull anything. It's struggling along, so I went for second gear and it's still well getting second. Let's hit the first gear. No, too many revs. And I don't know if I've got roll up. It seems I can pull into the sides. Could just be me and the physics. Again, I've got my seating position in a position where I can race. It just feels a bit different tonight, coming straight from racing into this with the Tobii eye tracking ball. Again, an Assessor Corsa Company we call users in the tracking. Everybody's complaining over it. I'll put my 10 pence worth in as well. Sort it out so we can use some Track IR. Definitely now, I bought a Track Now IR plugin. Now that works in normal Assessor Corsa, but it won't work in the new one. And I think it does help you when you're turning into corners, if you can actually turn into the corners with your sight as well as you're driving round into a corner. It helps you take the corner better. You can just see it. Now I don't know why one has it and the other one won't. Now I read on a forum, I think it was their own Assessor Corsa forum last night after I joined it, that if you change some code in the config of the camera, configure camera, and change it from 1 to 0, your tracking will work. Now I can't get it nothing to work now, so Christ knows what I've done. That day worked for me. But again, it's a proper Track IR I was using, because if I was using, see this plugin I bought, so I could use head tracking in the normal Assessor Corsa, by activating that and using a Tobii eye plugin which come for it for the software,
go straight up.
It gives me movement in the game. But when I used it on the new Assessor Corsa, it made all my screen flicker. And I thought, have I got issues with my graphics card? I need to go and read later on the forum, somebody had the same thing happen to him. So it was a bit of a relief to find, it's a my graphics card and it's nothing to do with my PC. It's their end. Where it's just like constantly, it's like a frame rate. It flickers when you move your head. It's like multiple flickering all over the screen, so I thought that ain't no good. Oops. Got a few lights on the front of this truck, as you'll see. When you're behind a vehicle, you light it up good and proper. And that's without having your high beam on. These are just standard headlights. And so bright. Again, 4 hours away from destination. So it's all good.
Go straight up.
That's one thing I will be doing with this is
Go straight on.
parking it myself, because I can't park double trailers for love nor money. So I'm gonna have to just, I'm in a rush. At the times I've tried to park these double trailers and just go, because the one trailer moves and the other one swings the opposite way. So unless I'm virtually straight with it to start with, it ain't happening. I do keep meaning to ask my friend who's a lorry driver, how the bloody hell do you reverse these double trailers to get one to go one way and one to go the other? Or do a little bit of searching on YouTube and see how somebody's done it. See if they explain it to me. Or explain it in their video, should I say. Not to me directly, but you know, there must be an art to doing it. So now you already go one way, the opposite way till you steering your wheel to back a trailer into anything. But to do it with two on, with sort of like two different axes, I think it's axles, you know, like one point will go one way and one will go the other. It's a hard shoot, man. Very hard. Well, I find it to be anyway. Anyway, we are that far away, 3 hours. Another 5 or 10 minutes. Again, it all depends on the road conditions and what we're driving down. So what happens till we get there? And we're going downhill again, slightly over speed limit, so just slow down a tad if you can. Some badass bends. I'm sure them how to test me tonight. I'm doing a very fine job at doing it. I'll be slowing down, it's not giving me the speed to get up the bloody hill. This is a steep oh god, look at the turn on that. And I'm still turning the wheel to get round. And still more it wants to have. And these hills and toys. Again, the truck I built for this, I don't think. I can't remember what when you build all your truck up, when you put your engine in and that, whether this was good for pulling heavy loads and that. I can't remember. It's been a bit of time now since I built this man truck. I could have swore that says 9:30 at night. It must have been 9 AM. It looked a bit dark then. Oh, it's 9 PM that when we get it there. Ah, that's what I looked at. I looked at the time when we get to the destination, not the time it is now. What am I like? Anyway, I'm going around this bend. These hill climbs are a bit of a nightmare. You have to really slow down, especially like with this double trailer on, otherwise I'll be clipping the back of the trailer. But it's all about the skill, getting up the hill. I just wished there was some tweaks in the game where you could alter the contrast in the actual base game. Now I've got Anslo or something like that, which is to do with Nvidia. Now I can make the game look half decent graphics wise, but love no money, it will not record it or stream what I'm seeing to video. Yeah, I don't see the point in that. If I can't see it after you've changed the settings, you know, what's the point? I might be doing something wrong or whatever, but it don't capture that on a stream or a recording. I might actually email Nvidia and ask them, is there any way that can be done? Because if anybody's got a decent Nvidia card, I think it's, I don't know if it's out now with all Nvidia cards or just certain versions that it's available on. But you know, because at the moment everything looks the same, with no shading, no contrast, no saturation, so it tends to look dull. Now when you tweak with that, it's like putting plugins in Photoshop to make the game pop a bit. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Make it stand out a bit more. And I've got it to look absolutely great the other day. I did a stream. I let it encode on YouTube. Went back and had a look, and I thought, well, that don't look like how I've streamed the video. So I went back into the game. I day stream it. I recorded it because, of course, with NVIDIA and the GeForce experience, you can actually record whatever your gameplay is directly to your hard drive or stream it like I'm doing now. And the same thing happened. No difference in what I'm seeing to what's actually being recorded onto my hard drive. So I thought, well, what's the point in having something like that? If it's only for your own pleasure, then that's fair enough, but at least tell us that this will encode or screen capture so others can see just how good the effect really is. I mean, like now, I can make that grass a bit more richer. I can make that sky stand out a bit more. You know, and we're doing the photography. I know just how far to pull the colours. Again, it ain't going to be like a picture, because I don't know how much. I mean, with the natural looks, you're getting 4K and 8K textures. Yeah, again, hence why it's 7 gig in size when you download natural looks. It really just texturizes the whole game to the highest spec as possible, which makes, again, better screenplay. I mean, again, it ain't affecting the game, it's just making it look better. I mean, it's beautiful when you're driving down roads and the sun's out, or when you got them sunsets of a night time. I mean, it don't matter when it's dark. Dark is dark, that's it. But when you're driving in the day and all the buildings just pop out at you, it's like, that looks absolutely thingy. So having to come back down to having box standard now, and I got none of these fancy colours and all the good looking. Oh, you shit. Look at that. What's going on here? I bet I've just landed myself in them railings. I bet you I have. That feels like I'm in the railings. This is why I don't take double trailers. Look at the state of that. Shut up, Pappy. Papping at me, there's no way I am. I've got some severe damage. I hate taking double trailers. Hate it.
Turn right. Turn right.
But my poor truck's right knackered. See that axle? I don't. If I just go back to 2 view, that one in the centre, so it moves round the fuss bit and then it moves round that back bit, which causes the bloody problem. So I've just jackknifed live on camera or live on stream the double trailer. My truck's severely knackered. Well, it's more than severely. It's on its last legs. And then it starts to give me a speed ramp. Right, just what I need. Knackered truck. And it even make it even more knackered. Anyway, can we get to the destination on a pulley truck? Let's just see. Right. They've even put me some red lights to guide me in. Oh dear, can't even get up the hill. That's how knackered it is. Come on. What a struggle. All I need now is this one of these roads to be a bumpy ass road. Now it's bumping the physics about, and I think this would do the trucking. It really would. Come on. That has really struggled to get up this hill. It's just about making it. Come on. Yeah, I can do it. Come out my way, cars. I'm coming through. One knackered man truck. It's severely on its last legs. I think one more crash or slight accident and it definitely would be all over. I mean, I know I could go to a mechanic and fix it, but with an hour left on the old clock, or just an hour and a half to destination, I think I'm going to risk it for a biscuit and see if I can get there. So far so good, there's nothing in my way. As he says, everything's coming at him. I don't need no diesel, we ain't interested in diesel, just want to get to this destination in one piece, eh? And normally, if you're watching the previous streams, I don't normally crash as bad as this. I think this is the worst crash video I've ever streamed so far. Again, me and my love for double trailers. I mean, it baffles me with these who do the special videos. I'm sure you've all seen them on YouTube where they have a convoy of about 18, 19 trucks connected to the cabins. I could drive two, never mind 18 and 19. I'm with them big uns. Jeez. I wouldn't even want to neither, to be fair. Anyway. Looks like I'm going to be making it if everything stays in a straight line and I got no bumps and lumps. I should be making it okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. No chevrons to say if it's a wide bend, so I'm going to slow down. I must be going uphill again, because even though it probably don't look like it on the screen, well it does now because you can see it's going uphill. But I feel that it's struggling in the cushy. It's a weird sensation, folks, but you know, it's all vibrating underneath me, and of course the faster I go I'm also getting that vibration as well, plus the engine. And when I did that crash I felt that where all four of them sort of go. I mean, you do feel it better when you're racing. It does really, really help, the cushion does, when you're racing, because of course you're up the gears, you know what I mean, you're doing what, sometimes 120, 130 mile an hour, and then you bring yourself down to like, I don't know, third gear, 50 mile an hour. That up and down speed effect is absolutely bang on in all the racing games, including F1. So like I said at the start of the stream, to get one of these next level racing parts, which is £2,000, to move you about with the way these games are designed now, that for me would be the ultimate. I mean,
Go straight on.
No, he says straight on and it's up here. Where's it going? I watched a video. This guy spent £26,000 on a rig, and that's still day move. Where I can spend £800 for the rig, now £600 for the console to sit on, and then purchase another part for £2,200 and have a motion rig. Again, the rig don't move, it's just the chair, but again, that's, to me, that's awesome. So if anybody wants to donate £2,200 and I'll show you how it works, feel free to drop me a line. Or Next Level Racing, I could do with a sponsor. I would love it. I'd be the happiest person on the planet just to have something like that. And I shouldn't say it, but there's no Jim will fix it for you now. We don't want that paedophile anyway. But you know, who's there to ask if there's no Jim will fix it? I'll have to donate somebody else's name to fix it for me to get one. Or I might try, what's that? A Just Give Me page. As we only live once. Oh shit, I'm gonna crash. Oh dear, no, I ain't. Shh. But my truck ain't gonna last much longer. Where is this destination? 4 minutes away, can I last the 4 minutes? But it's a horrible feeling out when you watch these YouTube channels and them sitting on it and them, you know, feeling the enjoyment. You think, if I could just get one of them, you know. Of course, doing it the right way. But I'm lucky to get what I bought so far with this new Fantech core weight. I mean, again, that's like watching everybody with Fantech gear and thinking, one day I'd love to own that or all that. Well, thanks to help from my old girl, bless her, that dream's happened. As we all need a little bit of help in life at times, and hey, has meant that dream happen. Come on, 2 minutes away at my truck, and I'm going too fast to stop at them lights. Anyway, there was on amber. I'm amber gambling. Right, as I says, I ain't even going to attempt to park this bloody thing. I could drive it, never mind attempt to park it. Thank God I'm at my destination. Right, let's just have a laugh now and see how much damage I have got. That is taking them, Michael. There's no way I got excellent on that, although I probably did, because I probably only wrecked my truck rather than wrecking everything else. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream there, simple for the reason I'm having problems with the encoding back up to YouTube. So to make sure it encodes fully the whole video, I'm going to stop the stream now, do one, and I'm going to come back with Assessor Corsa Compione or whatever they call it. I can't never get my heads around that. And just get a look at that and how I feel with it. So, as I always say, ta-ra a bit!